Hello again. I'm here to talk some more about the Greedy Cave, or rather, Rant. Just talk about my problems with the game. why I, why my current opinion is not nearly as positive of the game as it was when I first started it, when I made the last video. And first and foremost, look at this. Bam. Crystals. So, as far as I know, the max upgrade level for equipment is plus 10. From plus 3 and on, it costs crystals. And look at this. As I progress in levels, more of the pool in the equipment became crystal boat stuff. So at first, like, the left 3 was both crystal, rest with gold, okay? And at that point, gold was very useful. Gold was used for upgrading. Gold had a decent choice of items in the shop. Now basically, there's never anything useful for gold. Yeah. See? Shit. Okay, not shit, but I'm wearing these, but from the last 10 stages. The 10 stages before where I am. And okay, so that's the main way of getting free crystals, quests. And it's cool, but the way it's set up, it means that when you're not ready to adventure deep in a group of these 10 stages, you shouldn't get there at all, because the second you reach 41 from so you were at stage 30 to 39 or 31 to 40 actually, then you get quests for those areas, and you get the bonus stats runes there too. But the moment you get down to stage 41, you won't get quests for the areas before that. But if you're not buying crystals and buying equipment with it, upgrading with it, then at first you will probably struggle a bit. Probably not even... I'm not gonna say that you probably won't. I don't know that. I'm gonna say that I had runs, about half of them, where I could not last to the point of finding the escape scroll when I stepped up from the 20-ish stages to the 31 to 40. It's actually not that much of a problem at 41 plus, because there the better healing potions start dropping, and it's not that much of a problem at this stage, but I'm sure that 10 or 20 levels later that will become a problem again. I'm pretty sure. And the point is, how do you progress your equipment? +3 with crystals. How do you? But if you go down too soon, that basically eliminates your crystal income, because you won't be able to rely, not eliminate, but significantly lowers it, or makes it take significantly more time, is a better way of putting it. And that's really annoying. And another really annoying thing, that the best way to progress farther in the game is not to start from the last checkpoint. It's actually to start from the very beginning. And for example, the boss at stage 40. When I went from stage 31, I had like 10 healing potions and 5 mana potions by the time I got to the boss. Mostly the smaller ones and like 1 or 2 of the big ones. Medium, I think they're called. And it kicked my ass. And then I was faced with a choice. Go back to those stages, try to grind better equipment, or go from stage 1 and completely destroy him easily, because I get to the boss with like 50 plus healing potions, and you know, he was still, while I was chugging the small healing potions, he was still slowly and steadily lowering my HP, but when it got lower, I drank a larger one, and that's the alternative to grinding. If you, and you know, I don't have really big problems with grinding in mobile game, but mobile games generally, but as I already said, did I? Maybe I said it in the footage I deleted? Anyway, the problem here is combat is very uninteresting and uninspired in this game. It's a bit of filler. I think the point of the game is a puzzle of managing your health and mana more than a combat game, and the more you do it, this puzzle gets more boring, because this is not like a good combat game is mechanically satisfying. You enjoy the game mechanics. This once you know the patterns, which enemy should you take on always, that you can one shot, which enemy, or this defeat with minimal loss of health, which enemy should you rather avoid unless there is some loot behind it and such. Once you know these, this game gets really boring on this stage. It's cool when you get to a new level, but it wants you to either pay or go or do the last 10 stages a lot of times, because the drop rates are not really very good. And yeah, you know, Rant crystals, $1, and crystals are not expensive, but And you know, $1, 300 crystals. How much is this upgrade? I can upgrade six equipment, six pieces of equipment. For $1 I could upgrade from +3 to +4 on almost my entire equipment. But it really adds up quickly. And this is only good enough if you keep going back and back and back and back. Achievements help a bit. Some achievements give pretty good crystals, but I assume that the crystal sinking is going to get worse. Why? Look at this. Inventory page. You start with one, and the second one I unlocked pretty cheaply with gold. That was cool. Good use for gold. But this 1,000 crystals. And there's another one. And oh look, bank spaces. Oh, 1,000 crystals. You know, it's not that much. See, like what, $3 and a bit? But as I said, it adds up. And you know, equipment is much more painful because you'll be replacing that. And you know, it's okay when when a game sells you better equipment for leveling or something, sure, you'll replace it, but this, it's there to bridge the gaps when you don't find something. You'll probably, still there's a risk that the developers will pace deliberately, that you feel the need to buy those. And with weapons, I think there is a bit of that in this game, because good weapons drop really rarely, or not that rarely compared to other games. It's not too bad, but compared to armor upgrades, they're a lot rarer. Yeah, I thought this would be a short video. And what did I want to say next? I forgot. Oh. I talked about the crystals, I talked about going back. There was one more. But it can't be that bad if I forgot it, right? Okay. That guy is an asshole. By the way, when he's not busy showing the adventures missing, he's always trolling. And yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a bunch of potential in this game if the pacing would be refined a bit. But honestly, seeing its business model, I don't think it will be. I think it's very much intentional that they want you to buy crystals. Of course they would. That's how the game makes money. But not free-to-play developers don't always hit the sweet spot where you want to stay with the game and spend money on it instead of being scared off or driven off rather. But to be honest, that's different for everyone. It's different for everyone, that point. Yeah. So that's that for the GDK for me. I think I'm gonna move on to the next game. Bye.